Hello everybody, this is Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield here from Transport Evolved. Happy Wednesday. As you can see, it's kind of late in the evening. That's because today has been just one of those days. This is actually the first chance I've had to sit down and get any work done. I hope you're all excited for the Paris Motor Show, which kicks off in earnest tomorrow. That's Thursday. Really excited to see all the things that are going to be revealed there, including Nissan's possibly a new electric car model from Nissan. So super excited, fingers crossed that it's good news. Thank you for your thoughts from yesterday's thought of the day. As usual, I really enjoyed reading your comments. But what I want to talk to you today about, well, I want to talk to you about unintended acceleration of Tesla Model S electric cars. Or rather, Autopilot being blamed for those kind of accidents where it turns out that the driver has, instead of stepping on the brake, stepped on the accelerator pedal, causing the car to crash into something. There was a story earlier this week in which a Tesla Model S crashed through a gym frontage somewhere in Florida because the driver stepped on the gas pedal instead of the brake pedal, or rather the accelerator rather than the brake pedal, and the car went through the window of the shop. And it got me thinking, people at the moment seem to be blaming Tesla Autopilot for everything in much the same way that the Toyota Prius was blamed for those unintended acceleration issues when 90% of the time it was actually the driver. And sometimes it was the carpet, but mostly it was the driver doing something wrong. The fact that a car has a lot of technology in it seems to be an excuse that people use to then blame the car for their own fault in driving. And it's got me thinking, do we need to change the way in which cars operate when you're coming to a near standstill? Do we need some kind of lockout to prevent the accelerator from suddenly being pressed hard and the car lurching forwards? If you think about it, electric cars are going to have this problem more than gasoline cars because electric cars give all their torque from 0 RPM. So as soon as you touch that throttle, you're going to get all of the power that the car has in one go. And that's going to result in sharp acceleration. The Prius, of course, has a petrol engine, but it also has an electric motor. And so it had that same high torque from standstill characteristic. And the Tesla, of course, is the ultimate in acceleration, 2.5 seconds to 60 miles per hour if you have a P100D with ludicrous mode enabled. It's pretty easy to see how people are accidentally pressing the throttle thinking it's the brake and then getting panicked when their car suddenly takes off. So who's to blame? Is it the drivers? Is it the way the throttle is mapped? Or is it just education and people not willing to accept that they made a mistake and looking instead to blame the car's autopilot technology because, well, they're trying to save face? I'm going to let you into a secret now, which is I once actually crashed my Nissan Leaf, not the one I've got now, but first generation Nissan Leaf. I was at a charging station and I was trying to inch the car forwards so that I didn't hit anything. And I kind of was half sitting in the car, half not sitting in the car, and put my foot on what I thought was the brake, and it was the accelerator. I ended up causing some damage to the door. No damage to the charging station or anything else, but I hit a pole with my car. And I will admit it was a very embarrassing situation. Would I have blamed an autonomous car piloting system? I don't think so, because I'm not that kind of person, but it did make me wonder, if I can make that mistake when I'm tired and cranky, other people can make those mistakes too. Isn't it time for them to own up? Leave your thoughts to today's thought of the day in the comments below, as well as a thumb up if you liked and a share, and a thumbs down if you didn't, and tell us why, because otherwise we can't improve. Fingers crossed, doubly, quadruply crossed, there's going to be a TEN this Friday. I'm not going to promise it, but I've got my fingers crossed in multiple ways. And if you like what we do, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/Transport Evolved, where you can make a donation from as little as $1 per month to keep us as independent and impartial as we possibly can be. Until tomorrow, keep evolving.